What is up, everybody? Welcome in. It is Friday. Woo! September 13th, 2024. This is Sharp Fantasy Sports coming at you with your free pick video of the day. And damn, man, we had a great Friday Eve last night, a great Thursday night football slate. The game sucked ass, boring as hell. The Bills whooped ass, kind of like what I said in the last video. If you went back to my last video, my Thursday night football video from yesterday, I said the Bills are going to have a huge advantage here. They kick ass against the Dolphins historically. And damn, I wish I grabbed them on the money line. I taunted that there was a little bit of a value to go on money line with even money, basically like plus 100 to 150 on the Bills. I took them 3.5 with the hook. That was an easy cash basically after the first quarter. But damn, dude, we had a great day yesterday. This is going to be your free pick video for Friday night football. College football is back, baby. Week 3 action. This is your Friday best bets video. I got a couple different sportsbook plays, DFS plays, everything in between to make sure you are profiting daily, finding these sharp plays, it says there, daily. What that means is a smart money play that the public's not seeing, what the wise guys, the professional bettors are doing in Vegas. I'm giving you the insights into that, where all the money's going, the public bets, the bet percentage for the gamblers, things like that, right? I'm giving you all the advantages, the edges, where you should place your money and your bets when it comes to DFS apps, things like that. I'm giving it to you in this video for free. Okay, so make sure you follow me for more. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Like I said, yeah, we're gonna start with yesterday's recap here. Free picks went off yesterday, man, off. If you were just on my free pick videos alone, as well as my winnable, you're up almost 10 units, about like 966 bucks if you're $100 unit size better. So you're basically almost up $1,000 just from last night's video alone on free picks. Free. Okay, man? We have one pending too right now for another 3 units on Sunday. That is insane, dude. We kicked ass. Take a look at the wins from last night. We had this great four-man player. It's not showing here right now. We had under on this four-man play on Hill. Tyreek Hill under his reception. So this is a great strategy right here. This first one here that I'm going to be laying out in a lot of videos going forward. Okay, so there's a lot of advantages to correlation when it comes to DFS plays, man. And I found a great one here. And it wasn't a 10x play, which I wish on Prize Picks because they know it's correlated. But what I did was this: I took the under on Tua's pass completions, the under on Allen's pass completions, and I took a couple of his like top targets. And I took Kincaid in this case, instead of like someone like Shakur, or Coleman for Allen, and then I took Tyreek Hill under his receptions. I saw this as like a more rushing attack game, which it was. Both running backs for the Dolphins and Bills went off last night. If you didn't watch the game, both scored multiple touchdowns. So I thought there was gonna be a lot less passing in the game, which guess what? There was. Tua obviously, unfortunately, went out with a concussion later, but he was not really trending even high over 22 at that point when he went out of the game. Josh Allen barely threw the ball last night, didn't even run, so he lost out on that play, as you can see here in the second one. Tua over his yards and Allen over his yards. I thought this was a lock, but this was actually the lock of the day. I laid this out as a straight play too. We won this on a straight play, but this was a great one, man. 8x star money here on a four-man play on the under on the receptions and the under on the pass completions. It's a great correlated play. We could not play this on anything but Prize Picks. Okay, so I'll be trying my best on Chalkboard and Dabble, Sleeper, all that stuff too. But there's no value on DraftKings to play something like this, but there's great value on Prize Picks. So at 8x play on this is great. 1 in 8 times we hit this, we're gonna hit this every time. And early in the season, a lot more running attacks compared to passing. But if you wanted to go over on this, you would have hit this. You would have hit this in a different correlated play too in another game. So, like I said, we didn't hit this one, but I loved it because we hit this straight up on Tua yesterday. I gave this out as the best play in my last video, as well as Buffalo as my best play in my last video. And I had this one out earlier in the week on VIP, which is great. A 2 unit play here that cashed. The total was down to 49 or almost like 48.5 at some books by the time of game time. But this didn't look good early on. They were scoring a lot of points, but I had a feeling too once Buffalo went up big right there, they were controlling the pace so much more. And Miami just had nothing on offense. And I'm like, you know what? Buffalo's going to be like, honestly, kick ass second half. And no one basically scored in the second half, which is great. So this is an easy hit, 50.5. You would have hit at 49.5 or 48.5 too. So this is on VIP. VIP struggled a bit in other ones last night, but this one was a great hit that helped us as well. We did not hit this one, the Caleb Williams boost on Prize Picks for the Josh Allen rushing yards. But guess what? We have this one pending for Sunday, man. Tua over on his yards, kicked ass on a straight bet play for us, and we have this pending for Caleb Williams. That's going to go over this. Just needs to make one pass. Okay, just don't get hurt. Knock on wood. We're going to hit this one for 3x. So we were up 10 units, added another 3. That one is pending. So we have 13 units just from last night, man. That is insane. Get on these free plays, man, if you're not on them already. They were sent out yesterday on my YouTube. Also my Winible right here, Sharp Fantasy Sports. I'm telling you, all my picks sent here daily. You need to be on this, man. If you're not, I don't know what the hell you're doing. These are just subscription things. You don't have to be that. Honestly, look, just get on the free plan. Free 99. Okay. See the picks here. Put out all the things we hit last night, which was great. Sent straight to your phone. Best bets right here sent last night. So these were all sent yesterday, man. Straight to your phone or emailed. If you weren't on it, what are you doing? You would have been up almost 10 units. So make sure you get on my free plays on YouTube as well as subscribe on Winible, man. And it's really easy, man. Just hit the link in my description here, subscribe to the free plan, and you're good to go. And the guy with Adam Sandler right there, great movie, Uncut Gems. Make sure you watch it. Let's get into today's plays, man. We recapped yesterday, and I love this one for later. Sportsbook best plays over 15.5 for Arizona and Kansas State. So we take a look at the lines here and where it opened right now. So Arizona K-State opened at 54.5, dude, on the total. That's insane. It got bought up 7 points by Professional Money Man at 61. So a lot of sharp action coming in on it, and I still like it at 61. Honestly, you may look at that and be like, well, that's crazy. Like, are they actually going to go for 61? Both these teams are actually scoring a lot. K-State is the one you should be a little bit more worried about, but I'm not that worried because both defenses are not actually as great as you think. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot more. If you've watched Arizona at all, late night action, McMillan actually went off a few weeks ago for 3+ touchdowns. I mean, come on, man. They struggled last week, Arizona, but I see this as a high scoring game. Defenses both kind of suck, honestly, going forward. So it's honestly another great play, too, if you go to this game on the spread. You could see some pressure money came in at 8.5 and brought it down to 7. So there's some good value there, honestly, in Arizona. Maybe even sprinkle on the money line. K-State's not as good as you think, man. I'm telling you. And if Arizona comes in and plays that attack, which they do, there's some good value in them. Let's see here. Any other good trends? Yeah, totals. I mean, there's not a lot of trends right now for the year in terms of totals and yeah, it's only 2 games in, right? So what are you gonna do? But you can see here their last couple games. K-State obviously won the last couple, but they looked really good here. Obviously, struggled a little bit against Tulane. Obviously, they didn't cover the spread. They went over the total there. Arizona as well. They went under. They struggled here, but this game was insane. If you said it for this game, this was fucking nuts. I mean, they're heavy to the over here. Arizona, both teams easily can hit that. You can tell. Look at they hit the 60 themselves in the last game there. Look at K-State's still scoring a lot too. So I really like this play, the over instead. You could sprinkle something on Arizona against the grain, against the spread. Honestly, Arizona center's gonna be back to boost the offensive line help after the bad week. It's the Wildcats. There's improved pass protection for Arizona right now. The bigger question is obviously Fafita, if he can take advantage of lackluster play by Kansas City safeties. But here's the good thing about that. They run a lot of quarters in cover one and 60% of coverage snaps using zone, and he's shredded quarters in cover one at a high rate of success in EPA, similar to the man coverage seen at 25% of snaps last season. So, like last year, most of his success comes when he attacks safeties. And they're going to be struggling that category tonight. Kansas State, a little banged up too, and they didn't play as well. Their ground game, though, Kansas State is expected to have plenty of success against Arizona. Arizona's defense fell to 69th in stuff rate and 77th in line yards. And Kansas State ranks 4th in offensive momentum killer early this season. So indicating the Wildcats don't stop themselves from getting a scoring position. There's lots of advantages on both sides, particularly with offensive line help coming back for Arizona, which is huge, playing at full health to help Fafita and McMillan create explosives in the pass game. K-State's going to look to take, Giddens and Johnson to extend drives and capitalize on that. There's going to be a lot of running attack from K-State's QB too, man. He's great. It's a good other prop right there. If you go over on the running attack, the running for, what's his name here? Avery Johnson. So he is not a great play on the passing, as you can tell here on Prize Picks. If we go into his rush yards, though, he borders around that, man. So it's a nice play, in my opinion. I mean, he's bordering around that. If it's a high-scoring game, he may get a lot of scramble plays coming out there at him. That can be a lot of wind or expected for kicking or passing. So I expect plenty of points, man. Both teams rank top 20 in rush explosives, while Arizona's obviously taking advantage of ranking 18th at pass EPA. So I love this play, man. Over 59.5 on sportsbooks tonight. Make sure you lock it in. It's a great value here. If you take a look at some of the pro projections, or we can just lock this in, maybe. Let's see if we can find a spot where you can tell where the lines are at. Yeah, I'll just show you. This is Action Network. It's just a great resource. Action Network for free. You can get it for free and look at the lines like this, just to see where all the totals are. So yeah, this is great. So you can see exactly here too. If you want to obviously find the best value off the book, you can find the best value across all books right here, which is pretty cool. So obviously Prize Picks, you can't do that. So, but here's DraftKings, ESPN Bet, FanDuel, BetMGM. So 57.5. So it's all pretty similar right now. Right now. Oh, it's Univille, Kansas. Sorry about that. So that's not a bad bet though, too. Arizona K-State I'm looking at. Sorry about that, guys. Got confused with K-State and Kansas for a second there. But yeah, it's a great bet here. Take a look here. 54.5 at open, 61. So the best play you're probably getting here is FanDuel or ESPN Bets. I locked this in the other day. That's why I got 59.5 here on DraftKings. So Lock it in soon. It's a great bet here. If you want to go overs on some of the guys too, I got a DFS play for you guys here, and you can probably already imagine who I'm taking on the overs, right? I love Noah Fafita and McMillan to go over the totals. Let's take a look back at the trends here on this play. Now, this is on chalkboard. I'm locking this in here. I'll get into why in a second. But if we take a look back at their plays recently here, let's go into Fafita here. Struggled last game. This is a weird game, man. They didn't play that well against Northern Arizona. I don't know what it is, but they average a lot more than they should. They should be, honestly. This team is coming out to play tonight. Now that they're fully healthy at offensive line, I see this as a very high over game on both sides. If we're going to receiving yards here, well, let's look at actually another round this. Let's just look at K-State's guy. Avery Johnson, we already kind of looked at that. So he's trending around that. I don't like that, so I'm not going to play that up. I just like the Arizona guys here, man, honestly. If going to McMillan here, where you at, McMillan? There you are. And shit, 97.5. That's insane, man. But they know he's going to score that. I mean, take a look here. Look at this shit. That's insane, dude. 304 yards. If you don't watch that game, dude, just go look at highlights. The game is unbelievable, dude. Watching it live late night. It's a great late night Friday action here. And we got an earlier slate here, so it's going to be good for the national audience to see how good Arizona is through the air. You obviously can't pair these both up together. So what I'm going to do, guys, is this. I'm going to pair up the unders on Luke Grimm and Jalen Daniels, the Kansas guys. Now, some people might look at this as, oh, I like the over in this game. Kansas, they look against the grain. Oh, they just struggle against Illinois. They're going to find their way back at against UNLV. I don't see that, man. I really think the Kansas QB looks lost after last year, after losing their OC from last year. The new OC, Jeff Grimes, he's promised them a rush-heavy offense, and you're kind of seeing it. The rush rate for them right now in Kansas is up from 39% to 50% to start the year, and they're not. He honestly may be running more than I think Jalen Daniels, the dual threat QB. And UNLV's got the exact same thing, a dual threat QB in Sluka, who really, him and the running backs, man, may run all over this weak Kansas defense front seven, who ranked 119th nationally in rush success last year, and they didn't look that great last couple weeks as well, too. UNLV too. Here's the thing: fully expect them to control the pace. They scored the most points per game in the Mountain West last year. I think people are sleeping on them. A lot of people might look at last week as just like, the letdown game for Kansas, but I think they're going to be sleeping again tonight, man. I really don't think the offense looks that great. You know my analysis on this already, but I love this man under here on Luke Grimm as well as Jalen Daniels. Now you can kind of pair it up how you want. If we go to chalkboard here and we look at Luke Grimm's stats. Now he's had a couple explosive ones here, but he's averaged right around underneath that mark too against Illinois. I like him to go under. I don't think if they're gonna be if they're gonna be throwing it, Lawrence Arnold actually is pretty good. See, I wouldn't go with Arnold. I'd go with Grimm just to the higher rates. These are a little too low for my liking. If they're playing up late, they may be spreading the ball around. I like Grimm underneath here. And if you go into the pass yards, let's go find Jalen Daniels. Take a look at how he did last week. See, look at he's averaging way below, man. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna go less on that. But if you're interested in Jalen Daniels' rush yards here, take a look. 26.5. That's a good bet too, honestly. I'm not going to play this here. I'm not playing this, but this is a good one if you're looking for something. I like them to go under tonight, though, guys. I think they're going to struggle through the air. They're going to have to try to keep it on the ground a lot. They threw 4 picks recently, man, to Jalen Daniels. So I really don't like him to go through the air a lot tonight. I think he's going to struggle a lot more. He's not getting used to the new OC, and UNLV is going to have a lot of fits for them. I really think that. But this is obvious, man. Go overs on this. Come on now, lock these in. You can lock these in other places too. You should. And I like the unders here on Luke Grimm and Jalen Daniels. You can lock this in on Prize Picks, but look at here, man. Prize Picks only pays out 8.5x. You put $20 on this, only $170, which is nothing, man. If you put $20 on chalkboard, though, man, like you're almost 10xing your money. So you're almost at $200 right here compared if you went to Prize Picks, and you're not even close to that, right? So you're getting a lot. You're getting a unit size better here on chalkboard, man. If you're not on chalkboard, get on it, man. It is a great app. It's available in all these states right now, highlighted. If you need a code, it's linked in my description on here. Choose my code SharpSports if you're not on chalkboard already. It's just a great DFS app, man. You can do alternate lines on there too, and it just provides a lot more value in terms of like what you're getting out of it too. So get on that, man. Chalkboard kicks ass for this. I'm playing it here. You can play it on Prize Picks if you want 8.5x your money. That's cool. Whatever you want to do. I like this for 10x. I'd rather do that. I mean, it's just me. You could shield play it too for a little bit less. You can't even do that here. Well, you can do that here, I guess. What is the difference here? It's around the same. Price Picks. I just like if you're going four mans like this, just lock it in here. Lock it in here on chalkboard. I love that play, man. More picks, subscribe below. Free and VIP, man. Already went over it on Sharp Fantasy Sports on Winible, man. Get on that for more plays. And yeah, this is your college football best bets for Friday nights. Make sure you lock them in, man. We're up big from last night, so let's roll it into Friday into the Saturday action. See you guys tomorrow for the best bets for Saturday and Sunday. Take care.